Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now we had a little delay, but it's no problem. Maybe it
Yeah, get.
goes. Yeah. Yeah. Now it
Okay.
is better. It is
It
better.
is better. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, for me, by name Kaunda Bangamoy. The other name is Strengthias. It's a
Yeah.
difficult name.
Yeah.
For me, I'm now a retired teacher of secondary school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now, let me say, 66 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 66 years old.
Good
Yeah,
age.
for me, I completed teacher training school
Mm-hmm.
at Makerere University. So I qualify as a secondary teacher, diploma in education. I don't know whether you're able to see.
I see.
There's a paper here. Are you able to see?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
It's good. It's very good.
So that is my photo. I performed so many duties in public offices.
Mm-hmm.
I was an accountant in one school.
Mm-hmm.
Then from there, I joined an international company called Skanska Jensen International.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a purchasing officer by then.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, when the war started in Uganda, so the company has to leave, so I was left unattended to. But fortunately enough, a certificate which I had to join teaching professions. So I've been teaching for the last 30 years.
It's good.
Yeah, so now I said, with the remaining borrowed years, let me do something which can benefit the community.
Mm-hmm.
So I started a primary school last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I opened up a primary and nursery school, which I was running. And of course, to prove what I've been doing, I've got some documents which I can show to you also.
Yeah.
So this one is Norest Nursery Primary School Visitors Book.
Mm-hmm. That's
I'm able to
nice.
see it. Okay. Then I've got Teacher's Arrival Book.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, we have got lesson attendance.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Could you hold it a
Okay.
little?
Then I must.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah. Could you hold it a little more distance between the camera and the books? Then we can then we can see the whole book. Yes. Yes. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Yeah. I see.
That's better. Okay. Yes. The
Yeah.
first one, of course, I told you, lesson attendance book.
Yeah.
Are you able to see?
Yeah. I see.
Lesson.
I
Is
see.
it clear?
Yeah. I see.
Okay. Yeah. This was Teacher's Arrival Book at school.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
And this one was Norest Nursery School.
Yeah.
We opened January 2019, visitors book.
Yeah. Great.
Fine.
Yeah.
And of course, as administrator, I've got teachers' minutes book where I record our meetings
Mm-hmm.
when teachers are conducting their meeting.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have got some inventory books which records the assets of the school.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah. I see
I
also.
see. Yeah. Then, of course, we must have the receipt book
Mm-hmm.
to record the revenue in the school. This is term 2. That's term 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, those are the items we have. And of course, there are other books which I've not got with me right now, but it's okay when you ask me next time. And of course, I had made a tenancy agreement with the landlord. No. Are you able to see?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. Yeah. It is a little dark, but
related that.
yeah. But I can see.
Yeah.
Maybe you can
Then
send a picture after the interview. You could send a picture from this, but I see a little bit. Yeah. Thank you.
okay. Yeah. So basically, as I told you, my background, I'm a married man with 5 children.
Great.
Emma is one of them.
Yeah.
Emma. Yeah. Emma is one of them.
Yeah.
Yes. So all those children, of course, they have attended. Unfortunately, as we were disturbed with the insurgency in the northern part of Uganda, could not really make ends meet to make them do their university studies. So that is the unfortunate part of it. Of course, I come from the northern part of Uganda, but now I'm established in Tororo, eastern part of Uganda. So that is where I'm settled and where I'm running the school from. Rarely do I go to the north because that place had been destroyed. So it's not easy for me. Once in a while, of course, I go and visit the place and where I'm staying. So most of my time I'm spending here in Toro because all these children, they grew from Tororo here, the eastern part of Uganda. Yeah. For the time being, that is the much I'm able to tell you, madam. Unless there are some questions which you would like to know more.
Yeah. I will send them in the next days because we go forward with this video challenge, and I will start with the challenge today to broadcast it in my audience, and maybe also the people have some questions there. I will send them to you before our meeting today, tomorrow. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
That's that's very interesting, and I would have a question immediately, and it is why you told about your a retired teacher, and you start the project to give something back to the community. That's insane. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's very nice. And my question is, how do the people react to this, the community? How is the reaction of the community?
Okay, that is a nice question. Certainly, the area where I'm operating the school is a little bit remote in terms of education. So when I opened the school there, they welcomed me. We started the school nicely. And of course, within that community, you know, we are living near border of Kenya and Uganda. So most of the people around, they engage in cross-border business. And you'll find that they themselves are less concerned with education. They are less concerned with the welfare of their children. Therefore, it is my coming here to educate them and make them know the benefit of education. Of course, I called the parents' meeting. I shared with them the importance of education, their children, and then their standard of living will have to change from that poverty level to at least a reasonable standard. Because, ignorance is a serious disease here in their community.
Of course.
Therefore, have to explain to them the necessity for their children to go to school.
Yeah.
And of course, some parents, they claim that they are unable to pay their children's school fees.
Of course.
And of course, when you have got more than 110 pupils in the school and 50 or half of them, they are unable to pay their school fees. So it becomes a problem on my part, how I could really raise money for the landlord rent, and of course, teachers' salaries, and definitely maintenance of the school, and feeding some of those destitute children who, sometimes I find it's a challenge. A parent leaves the child of 2 or 3 years at school, up to 6. So we have to hang on until we wait the parent to come and pick the child. So these are challenges which I'm passing through, Madam.
Yeah.
If at all, the number could increase anyway, but still, out of so many, not all will pay their school fees.
Of course.
Therefore, it'll give
That
me a big
means,
challenge to deal with teachers, salary. At the same time, I need to feed them at school because they cannot go on an empty stomach.
yeah.
So those are the issues which made me feel now, can I get really some assistance from outside, which can boost me? Of course, it is boosting because I have to put in some money in order to run the school. As you have seen, I began, and on the way, of course, I met with those challenges. However, education in this community is very, very helpful to them because some of the parents, when they saw how their children were getting to know how to read, how to write, and some subjects which we normally offer them, English, mathematics, SST, I don't know how you make it, that learn about geography, physics, combined, history, geography, RE, all those combined. And of course, there is a stage from nursery where they talk of literacy 1, literacy 2. You see, that is the beginning of learning in nursery. And of course, other subjects, which of course the teachers normally deal with them. For instance, I've got one copy of the report of nursery with me here. So I think you can see. Okay, let me show you this one. So this is our what? This is our report card. Okay, with the stamp.
I see.
So the subject, the nursery normally handle, as you can see here, learning area 1, social development. Learning area 2, language development. And learning area 3, health habits. Learning area 4, mathematical concepts. Learning area 5, and of course, in a general health habits, we normally teach them personal hygiene, physical education, and we teach them also social, whether the child is able to share whatever she has with a friend. And then singing, we teach them singing.
That's nice.
And then identifying objects, of course, those objects which a child at nursery school should be able to identify them. So that is for nursery what we teach them. With the second, with the primary 1, 2, 3, 4, they develop the similar concept but at a higher level. Because as they are introduced, of course, they are advanced. So that is how I'm running the school. I'm not the proprietor, director, of course. Report for this for P1. So report for P1. So you can see we are running term 1, term 2, and then term 3.
Yeah. This is for 1 year, right?
For them also, now the learning area here, they handle mathematics, literacy 1, reading, literacy 2, writing, English, and CRA. CRA is religious education. That is from P1, P2, P3, P4. That is what they learn. And of course, when they reach to P5 and P6, they handle only 4 major subjects. That is English, mathematics, SST, a lower level, not like in secondary school. Yes. So that is what I normally conduct and make sure that teaching goes on very well. And that's how we managed to close the school last year.
That's nice.
So for the time being, of course, they are for holidays.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And when they will come back? When the kids will come back?
Yeah. They'll come back on 2nd. I mean, on the 3rd February 2020.
3rd of February, yeah.
On 3rd, we need to prepare ourselves. We need to prepare ourselves.
Yeah.
Make sure that the school is clean, the classroom is clean, and of course, when teachers come, you know their expectation because they've been in holidays.
Of course,
expect something. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they expect a running school, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a challenge.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and I think thank you for all the insights, especially for all the documentary. That's very, very good to see that you really have the things, that you have your experiences, and also to have the running project there. That's good. It's a good feeling. Good to know we are here in a real world, a real project. And maybe I think a very interesting topic for tomorrow would be that you describe what are the challenges to reach out to the big umbrella organizations, because for us as Europeans, the European people expect that this costs and all the education things, they should be covered by the big welfare organizations, the so-called umbrella organizations, you know, UNICEF and la la la. And this would be very interesting to explain. I'm very sure you have reasons not to go at first to the umbrella organizations. I also know this from the other charity video challenges that normally the time is too short because you have the kids there. The kids need support immediately, and very often it is a big challenge to reach out to the umbrella organizations at the same time where you have to feed the kids, to give the money for the teachers, only to not to teach them, only to have a look on them and feed them, right? And I think
I get you.
Yeah, this would be a very interesting topic for tomorrow, for our interview tomorrow, that you can explain what is the gap, what is the challenge for you to get enough support from the umbrella organizations, and why did you decide to start by yourself and to raise up money from the community and other resources, right?
Yeah, it is true. Because as you realize that I've been a teacher for a long time, and of course my profession and my ideology, it is based on teaching to make sure that at least when I leave the earth, I will have planted some good seeds in these children, knowing very well that education is for the future development. So that is why I find myself always, I would have done any other job anyway, but in my heart, I feel for these children. I've seen, well, there are so many street children who have not gone to school. So it is a pity for you understand and sees the life of a child. It goes into ruin like that. Ideally, it is not good. And if you are a God-fearing person, you must look into the welfare of others. So those are the things which really made me to think on education other than another thing.
Yes. And I'm sure this is a very, very great help for the children there, also for the teachers they are working with you, also for the people they are involved in the project to do something good there in the area. This is very good for the community, but we know to do something good does not mean to have enough resources around you, right?
Exactly. It is true. You have got the point. And
that's why I hope I can help you to send the message a little bit broader into the world, because I know that there are also some people, especially here in Europe, but also international, they have some money and they are looking for projects they can support directly. Because, this is, I think this is also the other side of the coin, to say it is very useful, very necessary to have those net of umbrella organizations for human aid in countries like Africa. But very often Europeans also have the experiences that the money sticks also too much to the umbrella organizations and does not reach their projects. And that's why
it is true.
I hope we can bridge a little bit this gap to say, okay, we make those media content that the message is digital and could go direct to those type of people. They say we want to support directly one project we like and we love, and don't want to bring the money about the umbrella organizations, right?
That is a wonderful idea, Madam. If at all really we can coordinate and make sure these children get education, will be very good. There are others who are able, but the majority of them, as I told you, their social setting is not good. Sorry.
Of course.
So that is why we need really some support of one kind or another. Even some, actually, the uniform you saw the other time, sometimes I took trouble at least to make it for one or two children. But fees and then sometimes uniform. So we try to balance where he or she is able to put in her effort, well and good.
Yeah.
But of course, as I said, maybe a half, and a half may not be in a position, but still have to put up and make sure that they learn.
Yeah.
And of course, you'll find that teachers are on my side.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
but anyway, that is the position which I'm in.
yeah. And of course, and this is
Yeah.
normal because they also have to feed their families, and if you do some good, you cannot work from you cannot live from nothing, right? And this is normal to have a salary by your work. And yes, that's the big area of non-profit management, right?
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that is it. Of course, sometimes even Madam asked me that, Mr. Kaudna, what are you doing? I said, I'm offering service to to the school.
Yes.
And surely I don't have much anything to bring home at time. So anyway, that is just a challenge at home. Because I'm not making any profit there.
Yeah, I know, and I know for some people it's really hard, and I can imagine, especially in your area, it is hard to change the thinking, because if you have so many challenges around you, of course the community is forced to see where's my benefit and also where's my profit, and and sometimes it's hard to change the mindsets, right? To say the important things, they are working without profit. This is the non-profit area, all the services you need to give back to the community, right? Yeah. Okay, then I'm thinking for today we should finish the interview. It was a very nice insight to get the idea and to understand what it is. And I'm curious about tomorrow when you describe how's the area around you, especially with those perspectives. What are your experiences? How is the support of the umbrella organizations? Are they reachable for you, or is this those gaps to say, okay, we know they are in Africa, we know they are in Uganda, but they did not reach the local areas, especially people like you, to help you, to support you in the time you need this, right?
Yeah.
This would be very interesting to have your experiences. What does it mean for you that there is some support somewhere by umbrella organizations? And we should start with this tomorrow.
Okay, madam. May I correct myself a bit? I was born in 1963.
That's good.
I was born in 1960, 57 years, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Around 57, because I say 67, that's a miscalculation.
No problem.
57 experience in life, and that's why I'm looking into the welfare of the young ones.
Yeah, of course.
Okay?
Of course.
It's very, very nice. It's really very, very nice to have this interview with you, madam. I never knew of you such a nice lady like that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And
so we shall meet tomorrow.
We do this.
We shall meet tomorrow again.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yes, this is the plan that we. I stopped the recording right now.
Yes.
So